Vedran here, and in this video it's day number 2, and I actually want to update you and explain a little bit of what I'm actually doing to improve this summer. So in my personal life, I'm gonna start with working out. So what I'm doing currently is a push-pull legs program in the gym, pretty common, pretty popular, 6 days push pull legs and then repeat, 6 days in the gym, and then Sunday would be the rest day. And also I've recently started kickboxing, and I'm doing that on Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. Now also what I'm gonna add is a bit more of high intensity interval training or HIIT training on those days that I don't have kickboxing. And I also have a challenge of completing at least 8,000 steps every single day. So I basically try to lose as much fat, but then I eat over 150 grams of protein every single day and enough calories so that I don't actually lose muscle but just fat. Also, when it comes to sleep, I try to get in, and I'm pretty successful at it. So I try to get in 7 to 9 hours of sleep per night, and I'm also drinking 2 liters of water. Now moving on to the business side, what I'm currently doing is something known as growth operating, and I'm actually helping a big name in the finance world in the USA. I'm not just gonna drop the name yet. I'm actually just helping him with some of his backend systems, and I have another client that I'm basically managing his social medias. So I will definitely capture some videos, some photos, and I'm definitely gonna start making a lot more videos on how I actually do it and the process that goes into it. Now, the other thing I want to mention, and it's pretty important, is the gamification. So I've been struggling a little bit this year, sometimes you're just in kind of a worse season, a worse chapter, which is necessary for growth, and I actually loved it, even though it wasn't as good as some of the previous ones. But it made me make this gamified plan of basically making myself a video game character and just trying to think about my day-to-day as a video game and improve on a daily basis. So what I'm doing, basically, I am reading. I started reading again. I was slacking on that this year, but basically I was reading 1 page a day, then 2, and now 3, then 10, and just increasing it little by little, day by day, sorry. And same as this YouTube video, which was also put on this challenge list. Now, when it comes to these other things that I'm doing as a challenge, I'm tracking my screen time. I try to aim below 5 hours. I know it sounds easy to do that, and it is, but I just want something super easy right now so I can snowball it into something bigger later. Now, the reason it's 5 hours also is because I use my phone most of the time for work, so it would be a little bit difficult for me to squeeze under 3 hours. I think 4 will be a possibility and will be a next step going forward, but 3 would be a real challenge, and yeah, I can't wait for that level to unlock, of course. Also, I am really trying to get closer to God. I think I'm a Christian, an Orthodox Christian, so I really believe that God has something planned for every single one of us, something that is truly great, and it's up to us to actually deliver on that promise and use our talents, no matter how different they are. Now, how that plays into all of this is I'm trying to be consistent with reading the Bible, praying, but also I'm trying to actually be a lot more helpful for other people, family, friends, or anyone across the street that needs some help, and that actually is really satisfying for me. So I love it, and I'm doing it more and more, little by little, and I feel pretty good about doing that. And when it comes to that, I just want to basically combine the physical, the mental, and the spiritual. So you want to basically develop in all three areas, and all of these topics that I mentioned before kind of don't relate, but when I put this concept, they do, since everything is connected. I know this YouTube video is a bit different to the previous one and maybe doesn't make the most sense because I'm basically freestyling this as of now, no edits, nothing. I just want to dial in that habit of me talking in front of a camera and actually do it for real. So once I dial that in, these videos are gonna get a lot better, a lot more cohesive, and they're also gonna correlate one to another, which is gonna be a pretty cool thing. So that would be it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.